Hey, hello. Um, this is me again with a new script. Uh, this is Akai Fire. I'll make a new modification to make different pad pages on the drum mode. So now you can have several different pad pages to use for different purposes. Like for example, this is the faders mode, which basically will allow you to have 8 faders that will be split into two parts. You have 4 faders here on the left side and 4 faders on the right side, and that will provide to you 8 different faders with 8 steps, since you have 8 steps for each of the faders. Then if we move to another view, this is FL settings, and this mode will have different colors to identify what actions you are gonna perform with the unit. For example, green buttons will help you to toggle different actions onto transport of FL Studio. I know it's the same that you have here, but with some others that you don't have. So you have the complete transport section here. Obviously you don't have play, stop, record and pattern song because this is here already, but you have other controls here to, for example, toggle the different views. Let me put here, so for example with this button you can toggle different views. With this you will be doing plugin picker. You will be showing the different windows of the UI of FL Studio. With the blue pads here you will be controlling different views, along with the pink controls here. Here on the bottom we have some orange pads. These pads will be for cut, paste, copy and so on, and select all, and undo here. So you can you can use these to copy paste patterns of or piano slices, or as you want, anything that you wanna do in the UI, you will be able to copy paste any object. Okay, here we have up, down, left, right, and this yellow is not used yet, but I will put a function here. Here we have enter, option menu and option menu 2, and some other controls to show plugins. So yeah, also we have the ability to change the tempo from here. So the settings view will offer many different aspects to control directly FL Studio. Now jumping on the chord players, you will have many different chord combinations here on this pad view. So each time that you press a button, you will be sending a chord. So you will be sending chords. Several notes will be played together. Then we have this other view for CC toggles, where we can change status from 0 to 127. So this is like a switch. There are many different switches that you can use to control plugins in FL Studio. And then the last page, view mode will help you to focus on the different channels of the mixer and the channel rack, but also to toggle the mute states and you will have a visual representation of what channels are muted and what channels are not muted. And in the future I will put a functionality to turn off if we don't have channels or we don't have mixers, so we can control and see a visual representation of that as well. Okay, so that's all the different pad pages that you can control while holding drum and the knob button. You will change every single different drum modes, and you can see also I kept the old drum modes from FL Studio, like for example you have omni-channel, SliceX, FPC, so you will still have that working. In the note mode I made a change as well, so if you press a note, it's now reacting to pressure sensitivity, so you can use your keyboard to play like with pressure sensitive, and that's really good. I will also make a function in the future to change the pressure like in different states, like you can for example hold the pressure in a, I don't know, maybe on 64 or on a different scale, so I can also make a scale, but what I did right now is that it's free, so if you press really hard you will be hitting the maximum pressure, and if you don't press you will be reaching the minimal, so it's between a limit that I established. And yeah, it allows pressure sensitive also on drum mode will work, and also on the other pages of the piano that you can toggle. If you hold note and select, you will be changing the piano modes directly and faster, so this is much faster than the old combination that you can still do, but this combination is faster because if we are in drum we can fastly move to settings or to charts or to view faster, and that will apply to the notes, so we can see different keyboards faster. Steps, I haven't changed anything in steps, so steps is basically step sequencer, but you can have many steps as you want, so that will give you a full step sequencer up to 512 steps, which is very long sequence, so you need to realize that 512 is the number that is here, so 512 steps, it's a lot. This is the number of steps that you can control with only one Akai Fire. So yeah, I have talked about the pad pages in the drum mode, but I haven't talked about the knob pages. So we have now the ability to change to more knob pages, and as you see here we only have 4 positions in the original script, but I made 6 more, so you now have 10 different knob pages that you will be able to see on the screen which mode is, and if you hold the switch to change the knob mode, you will be able to use the select to change directly the knob mode, which will be, let me start from the first. The first is the original channel rack. I don't change this one, it remains to be the same. Then you have mixer, it remains to be the same, I haven't changed this one. But then user 1, it's your mixer control, so right now what you will be doing is controlling the selected channel on the mixer track. With the first knob you will be controlling the first section, and then the second, third and the fourth. But if you change to another selected channel, you will be now controlling this part. So that means that you can control many different mixers as you like. And remember, this functionality shift and select will allow you to change to the mixer. So with that you will be playing really faster. I mean, you will be selecting really faster the knobs that you are interested to move, and that will give you a complete control of all of your mixers tracks. That's the new mode I create, and it's for the mixer, but also on the next row we have channel control, and channel control will do the same but in the channel rack. So if you are in the first channel rack, you will be controlling the volume of that channel rack. So that will, I mean, make you the ability of having like a mixer of the channel rack in a live manner. So if you are interested, just go to the knob, mode, user 2, which is channel control. But then while holding this button and the select, we can move to more modes that I created. So we have more modes. So the first is the colors mode. Colors mode will allow you to change the colors of the channel rack, which you will be able to move with the first knob. So with the first knob, with the second knob, you will be changing the channel rack, and with the first knob you will change the color. First knob is to change the color, second is to navigate channel, the third is to navigate the mixer. So with the third and the first you will be changing the colors of the mixer tracks on the fly. And then the last part will do the same, but on the pattern. So you will be able to change the colors of your patterns and also to add patterns. So that's a double function that you will get from this one. Now another general aspects, as I mentioned, the knob select that we have here can do many things, right? So for example, if we are using the node mode and we are on the channel rack, we will be controlling channel rack. But if we are on the playlist, we will be controlling the playlist. If we are in the mixer, we will be controlling the mixer. If we are on the menus, we will be controlling the menus. So the knob now is adaptive. It can adapt to wherever you are doing. So if you are I don't know, as I mentioned, on the mixer or in the channel rack, it will move up and down. If you are in menus, you will move up and down. Even if you are on a plugin picker, you will be able to move. If you are on a plugin, on a VST plugin, you will change the preset of the selected plugin. So this knob now, instead of only moving in the channel rack, if you are in node or drum mode or node mode, you will be able to control everything on the UI. So the knob has changed. This knob has changed. It only works for a sequencer where you are on the step mode. So it only will work in the step mode. In these modes it will work differently. In node and drum mode will perform many different functionalities. In perform also, this knob will allow you to move as you used to do, but if you press the perform, you will be creating and navigating through the different presets that you have. And if you do with normal without pressing anything, you will move. So yeah, that gives a lot of functionalities here. Also you can use up and down here. So I tried to keep everything to work as it was intended, but I also added a new layer of possibilities. Now next knob mode is FX. FX will allow you to control parameters on the effects of FL Studio, and you will have also the possibility of controlling every single control, because you can change the slots with this knob. With this knob you will be controlling one part or another part. So if you see here, I'm moving many different knobs with only these three, because the first knob will control the different slots that I can control, which at the end I give 300 slots, which is more than what is needed, and at the end it will give you the ability to control every single parameter on the plugins. And it doesn't limit onto any plugin. I mean, you can use any plugin and it will work. Then jumping to the next one, we have the setup. It's for navigating through FL Studio, but I will change this one. This one was like a tool, additional tool that I created before doing the path of FL settings. So FL settings and FL setup are to navigate FL Studio, and I did this way so you can have, in case of emergency, you can control the views with knobs as well. So with knobs you will be able to, only with these knobs, so that if you are in another modes, like for example a step sequencer, and you can still write your sequence while in here you will be navigating through different parts of FL Studio. That was the intention of creating this this view to set up on the knobs. Then the last three pages of the knobs are CC controls, CC1, CC2 and CC3, which you can use as user linkable parameters. So you can link, I mean, if you want to link something, you can do it with your CCs. And you have three different pages. The original Akai Fire had two, but my mod has three different. So that will be a new range of controllers. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that you will find useful this script in music production area. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.